Hi, welcome you all for today's session. Today I am going to discuss about the topic data transformation, which is the third technique of the data reprocessing. Why do we go for the data transformation? The data need to be transferred into appropriate form for data mining. The data mining cannot be applied as it is the data, whatever complex data we are taking, for that data, we cannot apply the data mining process. So that the process of transforming big values, huge values into the smaller scale or scaling the data values, which is suitable for data mining process, is nothing but data transformation. A function that maps the entire set of values of a given attribute to a new set of replacement values such that each old value can be identified with one of the new value. That is, for every old value, we have a new value which is smaller in volume. So this is nothing but the data transformation. There are 5 data transformation techniques: smoothing, attribute construction, aggregation, generalization, and one more is normalization. Coming to the smoothing. So already we discussed about how to smooth the data. The data is always dirty or noisy data. It is nothing but the random error. Or this error may cause due to the malfunctioning of the equipment or human entry, manual entry error or mistakes, any reason, inconsistency, any reason. So to remove the noisy data, we have many techniques are there like binning, regression techniques, and the clustering techniques. All these are already covered in the data cleaning. Now coming to the second one, attribute construction. The new attributes are constructed from the existing attributes. Suppose we have date of birth is there. Now we are going to calculate current age of that particular student or a customer, whatever it is. So that we are going to derive the new attribute, construct a new attribute based on the old existing data. That is nothing but attribute construction. Aggregation, summarization and aggregation of the aggregation operators are applied to the data. For example, data cube operation. So like OLAP operations are used for summarization of the dimension wise or the relation wise. Generalization, where the data is represented at multiple levels of abstraction. The data is represented from low level abstraction to the high level representation. That is more general to the more specific. Especially for such kind of representation of the data, we have concept hierarchies are there. The final method, last one is normalization. So scale the values which must fall within a smaller specified range. So we are going to do the scaling for the existing values, which are huge values or the big values, into the smaller volume or specified range. Such kind of methodology is nothing but the normalization. There are 3 types of the normalization for data transformation: min-max normalization, Z-score normalization, or the zero mean normalization. The last one is normalization by decimal scaling. Let us see one by one. Min-max normalization, where we are going to convert or transform the values from one range to another range. The new range is obviously smaller in volume. So that here new min A and new max A representing new values boundaries. Smaller one, smaller boundary, and the maximum boundary. Okay, here the formula we are using is V dash equal to V minus min A divided by max A minus min A into new max A minus new min A plus new min A. Here min A and max A is in the given list of values, the smallest value and the biggest value. Now, new max A is in the new scale, whatever we would like to produce the smaller scale, convert the smaller scale. That smaller scale, what is the maximum boundary and the minimum boundary? So let us take one example, then it is clear. V is the older value. Now we are going to derive the new value for that corresponding older value. So let income values ranging in between $12,000 to $98,000. I would like to normalize these values into the smaller scale that is ranging between the 0.0 to 1.0. Now it is clearly, I can say 12,000 is the attribute minimum value. $98,000 is the maximum value. I would like to convert or transform this range into the new minimum boundary is 0.0, new maximum is 1.0. So let us convert one value in between these values. In between these values, I would like to convert value V. So I'm taking one value that is 73,600. I would like to normalize this value using the min-max normalization. So simply, I'm going to substitute this one. See this one, V value is 73.6 thousand. V value I'm substituting here. And I'm going to take the, and I'm going to take minimum A value. So the minimum value is the 12,000 here. So that I'm using this one is the 12,000 and max A minus min A. So max A is nothing but the 98,000. So I'm using 98. Again min A, so that 12,000. This is nothing but new max A, because my new max A I'm going to take the range is 1.0 and the 0. Minimum is the 0. So by substituting the values in this formula, we are getting the normalized value is 0.716. So the equivalent normalized value for the original actual value 73,600 is 0.16. So that one will be represented with the V1. That is a new value. This is the way of calculating the using the min-max normalization method. Now, let us see about the Z-score normalization or the zero score normalization. Zero score normalization mainly based on the mean and the standard deviation value. For given list of values, here we are going to consider mean value and the standard deviation value. First calculate the mean, then calculate the standard deviation. Now take the old value or what for which value you would like to do the normalization. Again, I'm taking the same value. Value V is 73,600 and minus mean value, because as per the formula, and divided by standard deviation. So I'm going to get the V dash, that is normalized value is here 1.225. So, but original value is $73,600. This is another way of the normalization method called as a Z-score, which is mainly based on this formula. Now, let us go for the normalization by the decision scaling. The third one. So here, I'm going to use the formula called as V dash equal to V by 10 to the power of J, where J is the smallest integer, such that we have to take the J value is the integer, which must be always less than the one maximum value of V dash. What is the V dash value? We are going to calculate the approximate value of the V dash. It should be less than the 1. Means the normalized value must be always less than 1. So like that, we have to take the J value, which should not exceed the 1. That is a major constraint. So let us consider the values of attribute A in the range between the minus 986 to 917. Here the absolute value, maximum absolute value is the 986. Then divide each value by 1000. Why I am dividing with the 1000? Why not 10,000? If I take the 10,000, obviously this rule constraint will not be satisfied. That's what I am taking. J value is the 3, which should satisfy the given constraint. So that based on the constraint, now minus 986 is normalized into minus 0.986. 917 is normalized into the 0.917. So all the values we have to normalize by using normalization by decimal scaling. So like this. So where j equal to 3, that is by dividing the 10 to the power of 3, because v by 10 to the power of j, v by original value by 10 to the power of j. Here original values I am taking, this is the range. Like this, using normalization by decimal scaling, we can normalize the values. So like this, there are 3 normalization techniques we have in the data transformation for converting the bigger values, so that obviously complexity will be reduced. Data analysis complexity will be reduced. That's why we are going to use the data transformation techniques. Thank you.